Over the years in Dragon Ball Legends, we have seen a variety of different characters dominate the meta. Whether it be characters like LF Vegito Blue with his infinite combos and his insane ult damage, transforming Yellow Kid Gohan with his lock-in ability and his annoying ass AoE green card. I'm not gonna lie, you're an unk if you played back then. Even newer characters like LF Super 17 who could just keep comboing you until you grow gray hairs. I'm not even joking, you can literally put your phone down, go start a family, grow old with that family, die with that family, and his ass will still be comboing you. Like, who made that, bro? But of course, eventually, like every unit is destined to in this game, they're either going to get hard countered or just power crept, and they are eventually going to fall off. But as for these 5 characters I've selected for this video, they have had a quicker fall off than anyone else in the game. I'm pretty sure these guys had like 1 month max to shine before they just got power crept or just got countered into fucking oblivion. Before we do talk about those characters though, this list might piss some of you off, so if you do get mad, go to the comments, write your own list, and we'll see how your list compares to mine. But I'm pretty sure my list is just gonna be better because my opinion is objectively better than yours. The first character on our list is going to be Blue LF Super Saiyan Goku. LF Super Saiyan Goku released on August 30th in 2023 and was easily one of the best units at the time. This LF Goku was one of those characters you can do pretty much infinite combos with. He has a charge type gauge, so meaning if you fill it up, you can get more cards to do more combos. And if you had a green card in your hand, you can use that to get cover null and extra cards to continue the combo. And this guy was just dishing out combo after combo, and he was also doing hella damage as well. And his green card was broken as hell too. Once you drew it, you were given a strike with 100% damage plus 30% overall inflicted damage for 15 counts. You got cover null for 10 counts and card draw speed, so you can just continue the combo. So this guy was just basically a combo machine, and he could just get green cards, get cover null over and over again, get more cards, fill up his gauge, get more cards, get more green cards. It was just like, you couldn't really stop him. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, you could have also ran this Goku with the best unit in the game at the time, which was Goku and Frieza. So this guy had everything going for him. Infinite combos, cover null, you charge the gauge, you get more cards, you get more shit. And he could have been ran with the best unit in the game. Now I bet you're asking the main question. Since this Goku was so good, why did he fall off? What was so bad that not only pushed this Goku out of the meta, but he was just never seen again after this? Like, what could have possibly happened? That's right, it's everybody's favorite Ultra ever, Janemba. Ultra Janemba came out on October 17th, 2023, and he was an absolute nightmare for not only this Goku, but the entire meta. The insane damage, the insane combos, and that's not even the worst thing. The thing that made Ultra Janemba so insanely broken was his gauge. And the reason why his gauge was so good was because it countered every single melee-based attack. So that means it countered strike, it countered melee-based blue cards, and melee-based green cards. And guess what? Goku has all 3 of those things. He has a melee green card, you need to charge forward to use the green card. He has a melee blue, and everybody has a strike, so yeah. So you couldn't even really get combos started with this Goku without Janemba just countering his ass into oblivion. He was cooked. You know what? I'll even set up a little scenario so you guys can see how the average fight would go between the two. Alright, I'm on my main and ult account to show you guys how this fight would play out between Janemba and Goku. As you can see, I'm using my main account on my phone. I'm using my whole... Like I was saying before, I'm on both devices to show you guys how this fight will play out. I don't have Ultra Janemba or the LF Goku, so you guys are just gonna have to pretend this is Ultra Janemba and this is the fucking dirty. So basically how the fight will go out is, here, let me go on my iPad. I'll have all strikes. So basically Goku would attack. Oh no, look, he has all strikes. He goes to Janemba, boom, he gets countered, and here, let me just, oh no, he flies back because he got countered. Janemba would use an ultimate card, pretend this is ultimate. He would use an ultimate card, boom, and then Goku would fucking die because he has ass health and ass defense, and he would get one shot. Yeah, that's basically how the fight will go. And since Goku's whole character was evolved around getting infinite combos, and Janemba just said, no, none of that, he was cooked. He just got pushed back, and eventually he just fell off out of the meta. And the sad thing is, this LF Goku was really cool, man. He had a sick-ass LF, sick animations, just everything. He was just a really fun unit to use, and they just dropped a broken Ultra on his ass, and he couldn't do anything. Alright, the next unit up on the list is Evolution Vegeta and Kaioken Goku Tag, or Evoken for short. And oh boy, did this unit fall off a fucking cliff. Evoken is pretty similar to LF Super Saiyan Goku in the instance where you want to just keep doing combos and just keep continuously filling up your gauge to just do more combos. But yeah, they didn't do it as good as him. Evoken came out during November 2023 during Legends Festival Celebration, and they're honestly pretty good. They did pretty good damage. You can really have some really good combo potential with them, but they did have their issues. One of the main issues with them being is it took way too long to fill up their gauge. Obviously, the whole thing with Evoken is over time, it gets less and less cards to fill up their gauge. But 10 cards just to fill it up for the first time is crazy. One of the reasons why that was such a big problem was because they were getting no form of cover null while they were doing their combo to get the gauge up for the first time. The only instance where you would get cover null is if you had a green card. But if you were unlucky and had no greens whatsoever while you're doing a combo, you were cooked. You had no cover null, and any unit could just switch in and just ruin your combo. Another reason why Evoken was just destined to fall off was because there are characters like Ultra Janemba who can literally is designed to stop combos, so that just ruins Evoken's whole character. And funny enough, like a month later, Ultra UI Goku came out, and he could do the exact same thing as the Janemba. He can stop all melee-based cards. So Evoken couldn't really get a good combo off without getting interrupted. And if they can't get combos off, they can't get their gauge up, which just like ruins the whole character, because you need to get that gauge up for them to get better over time. And to make matters even worse, one of the biggest problems with Evoken was they couldn't tank for shit. They got hit with one card and like half of their health was gone. They just really had no way to just tank a hit. And that was a big problem because there are just so many strong characters like LF Transforming Beast Gohan who can just one-shot you with the blue card, and of course Ultra UI Goku who can just lock you in and just one-shot you with his ultimate. So Evoken was just kind of cooked. So yeah, there were just a lot of things at play that just gave Evoken a lot of trouble to really shine, and it didn't help them that most of their buffs were locked behind them being a last stand unit, meaning both of the characters on your team had to be dead for Evoken to just actually be good. I mean, of course you could still make really good plays with them. Like, their combos did last a long time, and it did pretty good damage. Like, sometimes it was good, sometimes it was alright. It was like in betweenish, but overall I would just say if they had Alright, the third character we're going to be talking about on this list is Ultra Kaioken Goku. I know you guys are already looking shocked right now. Before you get pissed off at me, I'm talking about Ultra Kaioken Goku before he got his plat. So like all the way back in 2022, so calm down. Ultra Kaioken Goku came out in March 16, 2022, and he was an absolute beast. Oh my gosh, he was so annoying. And this guy just got card after card after card, and it was combo after combo after combo. This guy was just absolutely crazy. I mean, the combos were literally non-stop. And every time you filled up his gauge, you were given a green card, which gave you even more cards, so you can do even more combos. It was so annoying. And it wasn't like this guy was doing okay damage like Evoken. No, this guy was doing insane damage, even at 5 stars. He was damn near almost one-shotting units with this blue card, and taking like half character's health with like 3 cards. It was crazy. And I haven't even mentioned the fact that once you switch him in, he seals all your strike cards. So if you had a whole hand of strikes, you were cooked. You literally couldn't attack because he sealed all your strikes. This guy was just so annoying, man. He was literally the OG Super 17 with just these infinite combos. It just did not end. So obviously, Kaioken Goku instantly became the best character in the game. He was just, it wasn't even close. It was just a huge gap between him and everybody else in the game. But little did Kaioken Goku know, while he was enjoying his time at the top, Toshi was cooking up something devious. And in about a month's time, one of the most broken characters in the history of this game was about to release. Tag Android 17 and 18. These guys were honestly so fucking stupid. They're literally debated for being one of the best characters to ever release of all time. And they literally had everything. Infinite combos, so much damage, and that annoying ass ranged green card that Android 17 had. If you got hit by that green card, you were done. You were cooked. You were getting comboed for basically the entire match, and you wouldn't be able to get to play anymore. Also, they had color element advantage over yellow and blue units, since when you swapped over to the 18 side of the character, she could do damage to blue units. So yeah, them being red and Kaioken being yellow, put 2 to 2 together, Kaioken was pretty much cooked. Now, I'm sure there are probably some scenarios where Kaioken Goku probably dogged on the 18 side of the character, since 18 had element disadvantage over yellow characters. But it just wasn't worth the risk, man. I'm telling you, as soon as you were hit with that range green card from 17, like, the match was over. You literally couldn't do anything. So yeah, Kaioken was definitely pushed back by this. The androids just basically dominated the meta for the time being. I mean, but hey, it couldn't have gotten worse for Kaioken, right? I mean, it's not like Toshi would drop another broken red LF character right after he just dropped the most broken red LF character we have seen at the time. He wouldn't do that, right?
I am. I am.
LF mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. I mean, do I even have to say anything? This guy was literally just as stupid as the androids. He had auto win on every single clash. He had 2 types of cover changes, so it didn't even matter if you used the Blaster Strike card, he was just gonna cover change against you. He literally punished you for playing the game. Like, you try to attack him, he'll just weave out the way, and then he'll just smack the shit out of you. Like, it was just so stupid, bro. Like, I just feel so bad for Kaioken. What did he do to deserve this? And at this point, Kaioken was just fighting for his life to stay relevant. He was just getting smacked around by the androids, and after the androids were done with them, they just threw him over to MUI. MUI came over and started beating the shit out of him, and then it just wasn't fair. He couldn't even do anything. So yeah, of course, Kaioken Goku got pushed out of the meta, and he just wasn't seen since. But hey, at least he got a play, and he's pretty good now. Alright, the next character on the list is LF Path of Power Kid Goku. I feel like out of all the characters we're going to be talking about on this list, this guy was definitely done the dirtiest. I believe this guy came out during like September 2023 when they were doing a Dragon Ball Saga campaign. And I'm not gonna lie, that shit was hot ass, bro. There wasn't one good character to come out of that campaign. Literally the only good character was Path of Power Goku, and he was just like, okay. And that isn't good because during that time, Dragon Ball Saga was dead. There was like no good characters on that team, and this was the campaign that was supposed to bring that team back to life. And yeah, that shit just did not end up happening. So all these ass characters release, and then LF Path of Power Goku comes out as the final character of the celebration, and he just has no team to work with. Every Dragon Ball character that came up before Path of Power Goku was just hot ass. That yellow buff Roshi was hot ass, that Android 8 was also hot ass, and the Goku and the Piccolo that were released, they were also ass. So this Goku had like no team. His main team was Dragon Ball Saga, and he had nothing to work with. He was cooked. Another main issue with this Goku was the fact that his gauge, you needed Dragon Balls to fill it up, and yeah, that's not good. There could be scenarios where you go like 40 or 50 counts within the match, and you can only get like 2 Dragon Balls. And if you're not getting Dragon Balls, you're not getting any of this Goku's buffs. You're not getting any cover null. You're not getting any key back. You're not getting any support. Like, you're not getting shit if you don't get those Dragon Balls. I mean, if you were able to get lucky and just get Dragon Ball after Dragon Ball back to back, then he was pretty good. I mean, like, he did pretty good damage. Like, he was actually a pretty good unit. But then at the same time, if you got unlucky, this character was ass. Like, he couldn't really do anything without those Dragon Balls. He needed those Dragon Balls to fill up his gauge. And also at that time, I believe the rates for actually pulling Dragon Balls in a PvP match were reduced. So you had even less of a chance to get Dragon Balls, which is not good because you need Dragon Balls for this Goku to be a character. So this Goku had no team when he came out. He needed Dragon Balls, a luck-based thing, to actually like be a good character. So like, it just couldn't really get worse for this Goku. I mean, despite all of this though, he was actually able to hold his own, so I'm not gonna count on him too much. He was actually like pretty decent. So now the main question comes back around. What caused this Goku to fall? Yeah, Janemba was really a problem back then, Jesus. As if it couldn't get any worse for this Goku, about a month later, Ultra Janemba comes out, and I already talked about Ultra Janemba earlier, so you already know how ridiculous he is. This Goku basically couldn't really do anything. You wanted to do combos with this Goku to get Dragon Balls to fill up his gauge, so he can, like, actually be a good character. But since Janemba's whole character is that he counters attacks, this Goku was pretty much just cooked. And we already talked about how crazy Janemba's damage was, so yeah, this poor Goku couldn't really even do anything. He had no team, he had a luck-based gauge, and about a month later, one of the most broken Ultras of all time dropped, and he just fell off the meta. I honestly feel really bad for the OG Dragon Ball fans who were waiting years for at least a decent usable character, and they finally got one, and then he was pushed out of the meta in like a month. They just couldn't, y'all just cannot catch any W's. The final character that we're going to be talking about in this video is none other than LF Cooler, the strongest in the universe. LF Cooler released on September 14th, 2022, and he was just absolutely ridiculous. Before LF Cooler even came out, the meta was heavily dominated by Super Saiyans. Ultra Super Vegito, Ultra Super Gogeta, Zenkai Bardock, you literally ran into them all the time. Like, it was just always that team. That all changed when Cooler came out. Cooler just came in and just absolutely bodied the Super Saiyan team. He gets extra damage whenever he fights a Super Saiyan opponent, and even is type neutral whenever there's a Super Saiyan character in the battlefield. So like, Super Saiyans was cooked. Cooler came in, just beat their ass, and just pushed them out of the meta completely. And pretty much the main thing on why Cooler was so broken was because every time you used the strike card, he sealed you in for 2 counts, meaning he locked you in the match for 2 whole seconds. Now I know what you're thinking, oh, 2 seconds is not that bad. No, 2 seconds was well more than enough for Cooler to kill you. Cooler did so much damage. Literally one strike card and like the opponent's health was like halfway gone. Even till this day, I believe LF Cooler is the only character that has that ability. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, basically you would just get locked in with him and he would just spam strike cards and just absolutely fuck you up. There was just nothing you can do. Yeah, this Cooler just easily became the new best character in the game. And to make it even worse, he could have been ran next to the androids. Remember the androids? We just talked about them. So you could have ran these two toxic ass broken characters and there was just nothing you can do. It was basically just a free win every single time. So what could have possibly been so bad that not only pushed this Cooler completely out of the meta, but everyone else too? So what could have done it? Who could have made Cooler, the strongest character in the game at the time, become completely obsolete?
Okay then, guess it's my turn.
Special beam cannon!
You'll see. I'll protect everything and everyone.
Blue Beast Gohan. I don't even think I have to explain. This character is literally argued for being one of the most broken characters to ever release in the game. He just completely flipped the meta. Infinite combos, so much damn damage, dude. His blue card was literally one-shotting characters left and right. It was crazy. And the reason why Cooler was affected so badly by Beast was because Beast Gohan is a blue unit and Cooler is a red unit. Blue counters red. So yeah, Cooler was just done for. Literally, it just wasn't fair. Cooler literally got a month max, and then Beast just dropped in and started dogging on everybody, bro. It just wasn't fair. You literally couldn't even do anything against this guy. So obviously, red characters like Cooler, androids, and whoever at the time, you just couldn't use them. Beast just did too much damage and just did too long of combos. There was just no way to counter him nor beat him. It was absolutely crazy. And with that, we have reached the end of our list. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video and weren't too mad at my list. Like I said before, if you guys just completely disagree with my list and my opinions and everything I've said in this video, go down into the comments and write your own list of who you think had a bigger fall off than the characters I put. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also hit the notification bell for when I stream or upload a new video. But yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.